Welcome back to Nashville, just off of Broadway here downtown, and we get ready for day number one of the draft coming up on Wednesday. Jarome Iginla stops in, and we had a chance to speak with you just after the news was announced last week. But this is a big time for the organization in terms of the draft, and obviously the awards last night. Maybe just give us a feel of what the first couple of days have been like here, and kind of going through this process.
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's a great setup here, as you see, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, Nashville, you can see all the fans in the city having a great time, but the hockey side of it, it's business. Guys.
That's all work.
Yeah, it is. Lots of work and lots of discussions. It's been very interesting for sure. I thought yesterday at the awards, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was the NHL did a good job, and also very happy for Bax and the community and Flame Foundation and all the work he does and that they do. And it was awesome to see him win, and I know it's deserving. But yeah, it brings back tons of memories. Seeing lots of old teammates, coaches, and you see that, and everybody's working in their own crews, and it's interesting.
Well, and maybe before we move on to the draft part, let's just Bax, the guy you played with, obviously, and just to see that impact. And I know you know that well. It's just in terms of just as a player, what you can do in the community and how important it is, to give back. But to see him rewarded and to see the work that he's done, what does it mean from your perspective?
Yeah, and I know it's a special night, and you never know how it's going to go or anything like that. It's just an honor to even be nominated there and to be recognized, and it's special to be there. But then to win, and there's so much that goes into it. Him and his wife, the team that is involved with so many different things in the community. It's a lot of work, but I know he enjoys it, and you see that. And I think when they're picking, they probably see that too. I don't know all the details, but I got to see Bax come in a long time ago. Obviously really loves hockey, really good person, great teammate, and whatever, he has a positive impact wherever he is. And if you see him, he's intense. He's a neat guy because he's a nice guy, but you get him on the ice and he's a hard guy to play against. I remember when I got traded, you have to play against him, and he's big, he's fast, he's smart. Yeah, and he plays hard, So it's cool. So it's nice to see that crossover, and very happy for him.
What about the opportunity to go through these meetings, and obviously lots of conversation, draft related, and then obviously pro related as well. But for you to get in there, kind of get your hands on it a little bit, and for everybody just to have those conversations. What are they like, and what's kind of been that experience early on here?
Yeah, it's very interesting for sure, and being the draft, got to sit in on with the scouts and Todd Button and the whole crew and see how they go through it and how detailed they are, and then how they also debate different players above and below, and it's pretty cool to see, and you definitely learn that, and it's enjoyable, but it's also very informative. Sure. And then there's discussions, as you can imagine. With different players and that Connie's having and different teams, and Dave Nonis and Don Maloney. It's a busy time, and it's cool because, like I said, when you walk around, you see different teams, and they're taking breaks, or you see it, and I don't mean at the bar, I mean just going for coffee. It's business time. Yeah. But it's cool because everybody is working on their team and how they can get better, and teams are in different situations and different parts of how many RFAs they have, UFAs, who's going to be more active in different things. So it's pretty cool to see behind, but definitely lots of discussions and lots of work going on.
Yeah, so many moving parts, and when you have all the teams in one place, it's fascinating to watch. Just one last one for you, and that's just on Craig. I mean, he mentioned just obviously being able to have those conversations with you, especially, and it's happened going back ways too. But he said just you always got his back. I wonder what that means to both of you when you have those and sometimes heated discussions, but just at the end of the day, you guys have each other's back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, we're in it for, the same reasons. Want to see the Flames be successful, want to be part of it. I want to see him be successful, be part of it, be part of the team. And we're all working towards that. And, at the same time, it's, I think part of what he means is that, we have a really good relationship, long-time friendship, where we can be honest.
Yes.
If I don't agree, I'm going to tell him, and he can do what he likes with it. And that's his job to do. But I think he wants me to be honest with him, and maybe there's some different angles that I may see, and whether it's players or stuff around teams and things like that, and he can do what he wants with it, and it's fun because You know, and I know it won't always be fun. You know, we're not always going to agree and stuff, but we're always pulling in the right direction and in the same direction together.
Well said. And just one last one before, because I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Draft day tomorrow for a lot of young kids. There'll be it's a big moment. What do you remember about yours and the day?
Oh, it was awesome. It was truly one of the best days of my life. It's something that, you know, as kids they work towards since they're 7, 8 years old, and you know, and they dream of it and they watch it on TV, and then there's so much that's out of their control. So you come. I remember being so nervous. It was one of the most nervous days of my life. You know, you're sitting there, you have no idea what's going on. You're going to go walk down and get up in front of everybody, or are you going to be sitting there? You know, so it was so awesome. And I remember my mom and my grandparents were there, my dad. I was very fortunate. It got moved from Winnipeg to Edmonton, the draft at the last minute. And Edmonton, I grew up in St. Albert, just outside Edmonton there. So it was awesome. Lots of family and friends, and really excited and fortunate to be, you know, drafted in the first round, and to share it with them. But it was, I just remember being so, I couldn't even talk. Like my mom's like, oh, Donnie Meehan was my agent, and and 11th came up, and I was kind of slated anywhere from 11th to beginning of the second round. They didn't know, you know, where I would go, and Donnie didn't know, and he said, well, probably the first one where it could get, you know, maybe 11 to Dallas, and it was Craig Button drafting. So when Dallas came up, I'm just sitting there, my mom goes, Donnie said, I'm like, Mom, shh, please, not now. Like, come on. And I just couldn't talk. And I was like so excited. I remember it like it was like literally yesterday.
She had the feel then. She had the.
Well, I think she was just like hopeful. Like, Donnie said this could be. I was like, come on, Mom, please don't. You know, let's just sit here. And it was awesome.
When did it start? Was it first thing in the morning? The nerves? Did you get like right away?
Yeah, and it was different back when I got drafted. There wasn't the one combine, so you could go around and see all the teams. So there was like, since I was like a big range where I could have went, I met with a lot of teams, worked out for a lot of teams.
Best shape of your
exhausted.
life.
Yeah, that was my workout. Then I'd go rest when I got home, right? Like for days. But yeah, the whole time. But I'll tell you, as soon as the draft was over, it was so exciting. And then all the friends and teammates and people you play against and all that, it's over. And but it was really, really cool and special. So it's neat to see the young guys, and you can see hockey players around here. They got the big legs, the young guys. You can be like, that's a hockey player. That's one. That's one. You know what I mean?
They stick out. Yeah. Well, that's great stuff. Appreciate you sharing those stories, and I know there'll be a lot of excited kids here tomorrow. And thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Brendan.